The night was silent, only the waves whispering against the sides of the glowing vessel known as Starlit Voyage 2026. It moved like a dream across the dark sea, its hull silver blue, reflecting 1,000 stars above and 1,000 more beneath. Every light, every shimmer felt alive, as if the ocean itself was watching the journey unfold. A gentle hum echoed from the engine, smooth and futuristic, almost like the heartbeat of the sea. The passengers stood on the open deck, faces lifted to the sky. Above them, constellations burned brighter than ever, each one mirrored perfectly in the calm water below. No city lights, no noise, just the universe and the ocean, blending into one endless horizon. Inside, everything felt like time had stopped. Transparent walls opened to the infinite blue. A soft electronic tune played somewhere in the lounge, and the glow from the glass panels shimmered softly, casting waves of light across the floor. The captain stood quietly in his white uniform, hands steady on the holographic controls. Maps of stars and sea floated before him, shifting and glowing with every movement of his hand. He didn't speak much, he didn't have to. The stars were guiding him tonight. On the upper deck, a couple stood close together, hands intertwined. They didn't need words either. The starlight washed over their faces as the wind brushed their hair. They had waited years for this, a voyage not to reach somewhere, but to feel something that only silence and stars could give. The Starlit Voyage 2026 glided over bioluminescent waves, the water glowing electric blue in its wake. Every ripple shimmered, making the ship look like it was flying through the galaxy instead of floating across the sea. No one could tell where the water ended and the sky began. Later that night, the inside of the boat came alive. The lounge bathed in soft blue light, glass tables reflecting constellations from above. Guests whispered quietly, holding glasses that shimmered like stars themselves. Someone played a soft melody on a digital piano, the sound echoed like memories of distant worlds. Beneath the lounge, the underwater observatory glowed. From there, you could see fish and glowing jellyfish drifting past, their bodies lighting up the sea like fallen stars. Children pressed their faces against the glass, eyes wide, as if they were floating through space itself. Then, a flash across the sky, a meteor blazing overhead, its reflection slicing through the water below. People gasped, but no one spoke. For a brief moment, everything, the stars, the sea, the boat, the people, became one single living light. Inside, the captain smiled faintly. His console displayed glowing 3D star maps, each route aligned with constellations. He had been sailing for years, but tonight was different, tonight felt alive. The bar on deck 3 buzzed softly. Crystal bottles lined the shelves, filled with glowing liquids that pulsed like tiny galaxies. A holographic menu floated in midair, blue letters shifting slowly. People laughed quietly, their reflections blending into the ocean beyond the glass. In the private cabin, a woman sat near the window, watching the waves crash gently against the hull. Her reflection overlapped with the stars outside, as if she belonged to both worlds, sea and sky. She whispered to herself, maybe the stars aren't above us, maybe we're inside them. The night deepened. Far away, thunder rumbled across the horizon. Lightning lit up the sea for just a second. The Starlit Voyage shimmered silver, standing strong against the storm's edge. Rain touched the deck, glowing softly as droplets hit the light panels, each one shining like a miniature star. Inside, the passengers gathered in the lounge again. The captain reassured them, his calm voice echoing through the speakers. Don't be afraid, every storm has light behind it. Just look up. And they did. Through the glass ceiling, lightning flashed, but beyond it, the stars still shone. Hours later, silence returned. The sky cleared, morning began to rise. The first ray of dawn painted the ocean gold, mist rolled softly across the surface. The Starlit Voyage 2026 floated through the golden fog, looking almost like a vision from a dream fading into reality. Breakfast was served on the open deck, silver trays, steam rising from coffee cups, laughter gentle like waves. Everyone seemed changed, quieter, softer, as if the night had taken something heavy from their hearts and replaced it with light. The spa room glowed with warmth. Inside, golden lights danced across the ceiling, and steam rose gently from the water. The transparent walls revealed the ocean outside, calm, endless, pure. It was more than comfort, it was a kind of peace that only the stars could teach. Deeper inside the vessel, the sleeping quarters were silent except for the hum of the ship. A man opened his eyes slowly, sunlight flooding in through the panoramic glass wall. He smiled, not because of where they were, but because of what the night had given him: clarity, peace, and purpose. That evening, as the sun dipped below the sea again, they gathered for one last celebration. Music filled the air, soft, cinematic, emotional. The captain raised a glass and said, "Every journey is made of stars, some we see above us, and some travel within us." The sea reflected the twilight sky, pink, violet, and gold blending into the infinite. As the Starlit Voyage 2026 approached a glowing island of light, the passengers watched in silence. Above, the constellations began to shift, forming patterns they had never seen before, as if the universe itself was saying goodbye. The engines slowed, the music faded, and then, nothing but the sound of waves, like the soft breathing of the world. For a long moment, nobody moved. It was as if time itself had paused to remember what beauty looked like. Finally, one by one, they began to smile. The voyage wasn't just across the ocean, it was through themselves. Every reflection, every shimmer, every silent moment under the stars had led them here. To peace, to awe, to the quiet understanding that light doesn't only live in the sky. Sometimes, it travels with us. And so, under the endless starlit sea, the Starlit Voyage 2026 drifted forward once more, not towards an end.